Fractured is a new upcoming MMORPG developed by Italian devs Dynamight Studios that was initially kickstarted in July 2018. Since then, the game has had multiple playable alpha tests and seems to be doing a good job in communicating with the community, making steady progress towards a release provided people keep supporting it. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor. Have you ever wanted to be able to create and edit videos, start a YouTube channel, or just make some dank memes for TikTok but all you have is your mobile phone? Well now, thanks to a new piece of editing software called Filmora Go, you're able to create and edit videos directly from your Android smartphone. Choose from multiple different templates with built-in effects, transitions and filters, so all you need to do is select the clips and Filmora Go does the rest. Or if you want to be more hands-on, simply start a new project, import your clips and use Filmora Go's full inbuilt editing suite where you can split, fade, add music and speed up your clips to make a fully edited video of your own, worthy of that YouTube channel you've been meaning to create. Click the link in the description below to download Filmora Go, and to learn more about how to use this software to its potential, check out the Filmora Go YouTube channel. So before we get into the footage of me actually playing the game, let me explain what exactly Fractured is and aims to be right from the horse's mouth. Fractured is the first open-world sandbox MMORPG mixing action combat with fully interactable environments, appealing equally to lovers of competitive and cooperative gameplay. Jump right into the fray from day one, defeat your enemies through your own skill and cleverness, not equipment or level. Gather resources, craft, trade, and venture into the legendary travels as a solitary hero, or start a settlement with your guild and grow into the next empire. Fractured features 3 races, each of which has major gameplay implications. Choosing to be a human will mean you play by the rules of a feudal society, so you can flag for PvP, but there's a crime and punishment system. You can choose to be a beastman, a race that lives in harmony if you're looking for a more peaceful PvE only experience, or if you're a hardcore PvP player, you can play as a demon whose planet has no rules. It's kill or be killed, full loot PvP. So for the most part, your playstyle in this game will depend a lot on race choice. As with every good sandbox MMO, crafting and economy are huge aspects of the game, and resources will be distributed around the world in a dynamic way that merchants will need to travel to distant settlements to make the most coin. You can be a farmer cultivating livestock, vegetables and grains, there's mining and woodcutting, or you can earn a living as a hunter-scavenger by killing monsters and taking their resources. It's up to you. Progression in Fractured certainly leans more in the direction of being horizontal, and the game has a knowledge system that really dictates progression more than anything else. The way this works is when you do something for the first time, crafting, killing, gathering, and so on, you get knowledge points that you then spend to unlock new abilities and talents. Fractured doesn't have a set endgame state to get to, it's more of a permanent endgame state from when you first log in. In addition to this, player housing is a huge aspect of Fractured. In the beginning, the world will be empty, but players will eventually take over land and build settlements, which they'll need to work together to manage. As you can imagine, this will most likely come with conflicts between guilds trying to take over each other's land and steal resources from one another. Definitely a game to keep an eye on if you're an EVE Online fan. So with all that said, let's jump into my first impressions playing the game. Bear in mind it's still far from finished and the game will improve more over time. Currently there's a PvP test going on, so everything's unlocked so we can jump straight into the combat and really test the gameplay. First thing we're going to do is create a new character. A few different hair presets, male or female. The male is absolutely jacked, absolute Chad. Background selection. The choice of your background gives you a starting point for your adventures but doesn't influence the future development of your character. 2 choices, gladiator or arcanist. I think most people will play melee, so let's just start with that. Next we need to select our attributes. Choice between 2 different starting areas. Let's go to the south. Hold down left click with the mouse to move, right click is basic attack. If I look on the minimap, I've got these green stars which indicate the tutorial objectives. For the sake of this video, I'm going to do a bit of the tutorial, but for this test, everything's unlocked if I just go to the bank. Gathering the wheat from the field, turning the wheat to flour at the milling stone, crafting dough in the crafting menu, go to the fireplace, click on the cooking menu, and we can turn the dough to bread. Next it wants me to rest at a fireplace. When resting at a fireplace, you can choose an ability preset and a talent preset. As you can see here, every skill in the game is currently unlocked as this is a PvP test. So when it comes to selecting your abilities, you've got 20 memory slots, and each of these abilities, based on how powerful they are, take up a certain amount of those slots. So right now my memory is 18 out of 20. But if I was to take abilities that cost 6 points, then I could only have a maximum of 4 abilities. Quite an interesting system, makes a lot of sense. This is the talent tree. There's 6 kind of paths. One looks kind of tanky, one for rogues, one for mages, one for range, one for charisma and luck, and this one for resistance. You can actually cross over into different trees with this system. So once we've set up our presets, we simply click on it, then click memorize. And as you can see, the abilities now pop up. Craft a primitive mace. So when I open up the map, there's a bunch of question marks, which are points of interest. I like this approach to exploration. It tells you there's something in the area, but you don't know what it is. New resource discovered, pumpkin plant, plus 500 knowledge points. So every new resource or new thing that you discover in this game, you get knowledge points, which I'm guessing you use to spend on talents and other unlocks. Whack this animal, test out some abilities. This game doesn't have an auto attack. You need to click on the animal continuously to do that basic attack. Let's start chain killing these wolves efficiently. Get a real feel for the combat. It's not the most revolutionary combat system I've ever seen, but it's functional. And you've got plenty of abilities, so that's good. Something the devs should add is a little sparkle effect on the animal if it has loot that you haven't collected. Because if you're grinding lots of monsters at once, there's no way to differentiate what monster has loot and what doesn't. Wolf teeth necklace crafted. Equip that. Next we're going to craft some animal hides. Processing animal hides at the fleshing beam. Craft some hide armor. Equip that. Now we're hunting some black bears in the Bear Hills. It's actually quite a charming game so far. I'm getting old school vibes from it. I have a feeling a lot of old Ultimate Online fans might enjoy this game, especially if you're into PvP, that is. So that's where the tutorial ends. The game's basically hinting to me that it's time for me to go out and explore, and I'm basically on my own. Pretty decent tutorial, taught me everything I needed to know, didn't drag on too long. Creepy ass spider, look at the way it's moving across the floor. Gonna have to exterminate that bastard. Can you imagine if Black Widows were actually that big? I'd want to evacuate the planet. Bank. Create test items. Got myself a scimitar. So in this game you can actually equip 3 different weapons. I've got a rapier, a great sword, and a scimitar, and you switch between them just by pressing the tab key. I love how he's running with the greatsword. That looks badass. Now we're out into the world. Let's test out some abilities. Laser. If I switch weapon to my greatsword though, a lot of my abilities don't work because they're only meant for light weapons. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, it's bloody put a web on me. Okay, that's fucking terrifying. Got a heal ability. Let's pop that. Keep attacking. Oh, it's a strong spider. Oh, we got him. New creature discovered. Giant spider. Common sense would tell you that a spider that big is most likely poisonous. My character's just got up, but from taking that death, his health bar is actually like 10% less by the looks of it. Big brown bear over here. The bear's not quite as strong as the spider. I'm looking for some nice happy goblins to kill, but I'm getting chased across the map by camel spiders and bears. Runs across the whole map on foot. Completely ignores my horsey friend. Don't worry, Jenkins, I ain't gonna forget you again. By the looks of it, these unclaimed city areas are places where players can build their player housing out in the world. So if you want to in this game, you could just go with a group of friends to one of the unclaimed spots and just build your own village together. Persistent real space player housing out in the world. It's a very big feature in this game. Discovered a node, and once you've discovered a node, it appears on the map. I just went AFK for a bit. I came back and my character is starving. As you can see, my health bar is getting smaller and smaller. The map in this game is absolutely massive. It takes so long to travel anywhere, even on horseback. So when you're on your horse takes damage. You don't take damage. I respawned at the city, lost all of my stuff. I've made a new character and spawned at the other starting town because the map is so bloody huge that it's really difficult to find anyone to PvP, so I've had to meet someone here. Let's try. Oh, okay, are these things skill shots? Oh, teleport. I'm playing with really bad ping, so... Oh! Fire Blast does some big damage. I've got some healing abilities. He's really got me there. Good fight. Big damage. Oh, yes. I do think people would enjoy this game for the PvP. Your attacks are just aimed in whatever direction the mouse is. So it feels okay. I'm gonna go back to the city and try a different build. Someone's actually built a house here. Let's go inside. Let's 2v1. Big damage. Oh no, he's bloody froze me. Melee feels fucking horrendous. The idea with melee is you press the ability, you queue it up, and then you left click, and it's supposed to go off. Yeah, the ability goes off on cooldown when it eventually hits. I guess it makes sense, but mage feels way more fun than melee, that's for sure. Oh, we're gonna get the kill. Oh, we got him. Nice. Hit. Hit, you bitch. Oh, we got him. Oh, no, that's bad. Oh, the damage, what the fuck? Yeah. This time we're gonna try the pole arm. Look at that. Everything is a dodge. Oh, we got him. I'm sure the combat in this game feels 100 times better with good ping, so please take my experience with a pinch of salt. And also, this is the first impressions. I'm new to the game, so there's probably a few mechanics that I don't understand either. So what I actually want to do now is check out the game's building and player housing mode. So for this, I'm going to have to create some tools. Primitive hammer, primitive axe. Can we chop trees now? Yes, we can. And after you chop the tree, all of the wood appears on the floor, and you can manually carry the wood. To mine rocks, you use the stone hammer. And here we go, a big stone block. If I open up the map, I just hover over these question marks. It says city territory, so I guess that's where we can build. Someone started building a house here by the looks of it. It seems unfinished. Found an empty lot here. Claim this area. Yes. Not enough gold, bro. It's probably going to take me hours to get 1,000 gold coins to claim this area. So I guess I can just explain how house building works. You spend the gold coins to unlock the area, and then you chop down trees and mine these blocks, and you have to manually carry the wood and carry the stone over to your house and place it to build the house. It's quite realistic actually. To make it easier, you can build carts, wheelbarrows and wagons so you can transport more than one stone block over at a time and more than one log. But that's the basics of how to build a house in this game. You've got different sizes of houses, and you can obviously put in different furniture, crafting resources and a fireplace so you can reset your talents. I guess that's a brief introduction to Fractured. I don't think there's too much else I can do in this specific test, as progression's been removed for PvP testing. At the very least, hopefully you got an idea as to whether or not this is a game you want to keep your eye on, or if it's a game that may appeal to you in the future. But yeah, that was Fractured. I'm not going to do a pros and cons in this video, as this PvP test wasn't a fair state for me to judge the game in, but I can already tell that this is one of those crowd-funded MMOs that I think is highly likely to release. It's already playable in a short space of time, the scope of the game is realistic, and the devs know exactly what they want the game to be. As Fractured is a very niche game, I think it's important that the people who like this style of game support the project. Nowadays, that's pretty much the only way games like this can exist, as it'd be way more profitable for the devs to just make a random mobile game for half the price and make 10 times the money back. So if you want to support the game, head to their store to buy a founders pack. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think about Fractured in the comments below, and what other in-development MMOs would you like me to shine a spotlight on this year. Shout out to Exit Lag for improving my ping when playing and connecting to my online games. Links to that in the description below, and social media on screen now. Thanks for watching, I hope you had a successful day, and I'll see you again really soon.